I never expected to go out of my way to watch Megalopolis. Years ago, when the news broke that Francis Ford Coppola was finally making his dream project, I was intrigued, but as the film made its rounds at festivals, all I kept hearing were mixed and downright negative reviews. People weren't calling it terrible or amazing, it just leaned heavily toward rough. What pushed me further back was the fact that no studio seemed willing to pick it up. That kind of hesitation speaks volumes. Still, when the trailer finally dropped, I wasn't impressed. It looked messy, but being Coppola's passion project, I just felt compelled to see what it was all about. When I left the theater, my feelings echoed those of many critics, conflicted. When my friend Lewis and I sat down for the movie, something hit me. I hadn't seen any Megalopolis trailers in theaters. I go to movies often, yet there was zero marketing buzz surrounding this film. Despite the lack of promotion and its critical panning, there was a surprisingly solid turnout at the theater. I doubt I can summarize the plot if I tried, but here it goes. The film centers on a conflict between Caesar, played by Adam Driver, a visionary artist striving for a utopian future, and Mayor Franklin Cicero, who clings to greed, power, and the regressive status quo. There are many other characters that I could add into that brief summary, but it would just go on and on and on. This was the first movie in a double feature, and we figured it would give us plenty to think about, good or bad. Surprisingly, we enjoyed the experience of watching it in the theater, even if we didn't appreciate the film itself. Last year, Lewis and I did a double feature with The Iron Claw and Poor Things, two critically acclaimed films we were excited for, but we ended up disliking Poor Things for its boredom and pretentiousness. To avoid another letdown, we decided to start this double feature with Megalopolis, expecting gloom, and finish with The Wild Robot, review coming soon. In the end, Megalopolis surprised us with its vibrancy and unique perspective, even if those elements ultimately became part of its downfall. Creatively, there's a lot to admire here. Lewis pointed out early on that the actors approached their roles as if they were on a Broadway stage, which gave the film an unexpected charm. Some performances really worked. Adam Driver and Aubrey Plaza threw themselves into their characters, but others like Jon Voight felt phoned in, as if they were just there for a paycheck. It was also obvious that Coppola wrote every word and probably didn't allow much improvisation. You could feel the actors delivering rehearsed lines rather than embodying the characters. As for the plot, describing it makes you sound like a conspiracy theorist who's lost the thread. There are so many subplots, like a 16-year-old pop star celebrating her virginity at a fundraiser, a hostile bank takeover, a dead wife conspiracy, and a Russian satellite falling from the sky. That whole thing feels like a fever dream, and it doesn't help that the pacing and editing make these subplots feel as fleeting as subway stops. 1 minute we're watching Adam Driver's character fall into a trippy hallucination, the next we're hit with a bizarre jump scare from Grace Vanderwaal. Despite all this, Megalopolis bursts with life. From actors dropping their hats mid-dialogue to surreal moments like transparent dresses frozen in time and characters quoting Shakespeare and Marcus Aurelius, there's a wild energy that keeps things interesting. While the editing often felt weak, I have to credit the film's montages, which were grand and effective. The film's script, overstuffed as it may be, was clearly the source of both its successes and failures. What stuck with me the most was the audacity of Coppola to spend $120 million of his own money just to say, for America to avoid the fate of the Roman Empire, we need to invest in a better future for everyone, not just the powerful elite. It's a commendable message, but the film's biggest flaw is how it flaunts these grand ideas without truly unpacking them. The futuristic concepts seem like superficial flourishes rather than integral parts of the story. Its commentary on sociopolitics feels as shallow as a Twitter thread, and at times it veers dangerously close to a boomer's lament about the good old days, especially through Jon Voight's character. The new Rome concept had so much potential, and I wish it had stayed more focused on that. One standout moment for me was when Natalie Emmanuel's character explains to Adam Driver what it meant to stop time as an artist. That single conversation was some of the best writing I've heard in a long time. It was thought-provoking and beautifully executed, but one scene, however brilliant, cannot carry an entire film on its shoulders. In the end, my support for Coppola as a filmmaker is shaky at best. I've seen and heard enough about him to know he's far from perfect, but Megalopolis proves that not every legendary director should delve into original screenwriting. Some excel with adaptations, and that's where Coppola once thrived and should probably stay. It's also not every day you can say you watch Shia LaBeouf eat out Aubrey Plaza on the big screen. Yes, it's a strange movie, but in its own bizarre way, I'd actually watch it again.
Yippee yay.
Still so much to accomplish, but is there time? Wait. Go.
Francis Ford Coppola's Megalopolis.
Tune in every Friday for new movie videos. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below what other movies you would like me to do videos on. Thank you, Mom, for editing the scripts for my movie essays. I appreciate you. Till next time, thanks for watching. Catch you on the flip side.